Welcome to my second video blog. Super excited to be back. You may be wondering, why is she wearing that fashionable headset? And the reason is that it allows me to have Dragon Naturally Speaking create a transcript while I do the blog, and so everything is faster and easier. So it's not just fashion, it's function. All right, let's get to the iron fat stuff. Not a lot to report from last week. I sprained my ankle. This is me doing squats and releves with my foot in a bucket of water. I'm not actually sure if this is therapeutic or if my physical therapist is just messing with me at this point. Usually my ankles are hypermobile, so I can stand on the outsides of them with my feet folded under. Haven't been able to do it since I was a kid. And so usually it's kind of like a superpower. Like I roll my ankle and then I hop up and I run and it's like magic. But this time it was not at all like magic. I was able to swim and toward the end of the week do some strength workouts, but unless wallowing in self-pity is cardio, I did not have a great week of workouts last week. One thing I did get to do that I'm really excited about is make some changes to my bike. Those of you who have been following this journey from the beginning know about the journey I've been taking with Fixius. Yes, my bike's name is Fixius. It's Greek, it means putting to flight, and I actually got it from the movie The Replacements, which is about ragtag band of football players, and it's the name of Keanu Reeves' character's boat in the movie. I thought really no movie better encompassed and explained my journey in the Iron Man than The Replacements. So there you go.
Pain heals. Chicks dig scars. Glory lasts forever.
For those of you who haven't been following from the beginning, it's been quite the journey to get this bike to work perfectly for me and my body. I am obviously not a traditionally sized cyclist, and that has posed some real problems. I am, in addition to being really short, I am also mostly made of torso. So I have these like tiny chihuahua legs that are working as hard as they can, and then I carry a lot of weight in my stomach, and so when I'm folded over on the bike, often my legs and my stomach are trying to occupy the same physical space at the same time, which no worky. And so since I can't get physics to break, we've done a bunch of stuff with the bike. We've raised the stem so that the handlebars are a bit higher. Now we've gotten some shorter cranks so that I have a little more room to pedal. And this is really important, and I can't stress enough. Make your equipment work for you to the extent that you are able. I got a lot of like weird hater comments about like how I should feel terrible that I'm adapting this bike, and like that's ridiculous. The idea that the problem is my body and not some piece of equipment that my body is using is wackadoo. So if you've got equipment that isn't working for you, see what you can do to alter it to make it work for you. One of the main ideas in cycling is called cadence. And cadence is basically how fast you're pedaling. And there are lots of theories about how fast to pedal in what gear, when, and why, and that's beyond the scope of this vlog for sure. What I want to tell you is about the first time that I tried cadence training. So my coach left a note saying, get on the spin bike. It was like an hour and a half, something like that, and try to keep it at 80 to 85 revolutions per minute. And so I was struggling so much with all the other sports. It was right at the beginning of my training, and I was like, I'm going to get something right. Surely, like, this is the thing. So I get on the spin bike, and I start pedaling, and I'm like, wow, 80 to 85 revolutions per minute is slow and incredibly easy. I'm going to blow this out of the water. I'm going to do twice as fast. And so I got home, and I typed in my notes, like, I went twice as fast as you asked me to. And he wrote back and said, were you by any chance counting both feet? And I was like, yeah, of course I was. So for the 60 seconds, I was like, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So turns out in cadence training, you're only supposed to count 1 foot. So the good news was that I did reach my target goal on my first try and was able to sustain it. And that's something that I've been able to do consistently on the bike. The bad news is that I was not going twice as fast as I was assigned. So bummer there. But even though you only count 1 foot, both knees come up for each revolution, and so it gives me the opportunity to knee myself in the stomach about 10,000 times an hour, which is why these shorter cranks are so exciting, because they are going to cut down on that unpleasantness. The more comfortable I can make myself on the bike, the easier it will be to stay on the bike for those hours and hours that it's going to take to train for and complete the Ironman. Super excited about anything that makes me more comfortable on the bike. Got Fixius home today, and I'll do my first training ride in a couple days, and I will let you guys know how it goes. I really can't say enough about the bike shop I use, which is called The Unlikely Cyclist. There are bikes everywhere. There are bikes hanging off the ceiling. Lisa is the owner over there. Lisa and Fixius are old friends. Lisa herself is a plus-size cyclist and an expert in helping to fit plus-size cyclists. So it's been an awesome experience to actually have clothes that fit me in there. It's just super cool. So while I have the chance, I just want to say if you're watching, thanks. You've been a lifesaver. I don't know if you guys have heard it or not, but there's been all this like skidding around at my feet and kind of barking and chuffing happening. And that is this little guy. That is Chachnel. His full name is Chachnel Royale, named after 3 of our favorite drag queens. Warning! If you name your dog after 3 drag queens, he may act like one. Until next time, thanks for watching the vlog.